In today's art lesson, we will learn how to draw and paint a cartoon cat. So let's get started. You will need a piece of watercolor paper, or any paper will do if you do not have watercolor paper. You will need some watercolor paints or anything that you can apply color onto your paper with. For example, you can use colored pencils or crayons or markers. You will need a paintbrush and a bowl or a cup with clean water. You will also need something to draw with. I'm going to be using a black oil pastel, but you can use crayons or markers. Permanent markers work really well, or you can also use colored pencils. And something to clean up with, I like to use a paper towel. So let's get started. So let's go ahead and draw our cat design. So let's start pretty close to the top of our piece of paper. We're going to make the letter U like this. It's pretty big on our piece of paper, right? Because we want to be able to add some details on the inside of our cat's face. All right, now let's make some slanted lines coming down from the ends of those lines, and then we're going to close up the space like this with a straight line. So as you can see, this is the head of our cat. Let's go ahead and add the body. So a curved line and another curved line on the other side. And then we're going to create some legs and some feet. I like to use just straight lines for the legs, and then I like to make some toes with those really sharp claws. So 2 lines, some toes, and some sharp claws. Now let's close up this space for the body. Just like that. Let's add a tail. Kind of a curved line. Now let's go back up to the face of our cat, and it looks like my head of my cat is bigger than the body, and that's okay because this is a cartoon cat, okay? So I'm going to make some eyes that look like cat eyes to me, but you can make any type of eye that you like. So this is how I am going to make an eye. You can do what I do, or you can do something different. It's like that. So curved line, and then the lower part has a curved line as well. Then we're going to make the iris like this with 2 curved lines. And then inside we'll make a straight pupil like this. Cats have those really neat eyes. There we go. I'm going to make some dots above the eyes. They have these little whiskers. I'm not sure if you've ever looked at a cat really close up, but they do have whiskers above their eyes. At least my cat does. And then let's make a triangle nose and a little smile. Now let's make some whiskers. I like to just make 2 or 3 whiskers, not very many whiskers, but you can make as many whiskers as you like because this is your artwork. Now I think I'm going to put a collar on my cat and then maybe even a tag. There we go, a heart tag. Let's make some grass. If you'd like to add detail to the grass, you can go ahead and do that. Sometimes I like to do this type of grass as well. And then you can make anything in the sky in the background that you'd like. I think I'm going to keep my background as is because I don't have that much space in the sky. So I'm just going to leave it as is. At this point, if you see if there's anything else that you'd like to add to your design, go ahead and do that right now. And if not, what we're going to do is we're going to start painting. So what I'm going to do is think about the colors that I want to use for my cat. I think I'm going to use the color purple for my cat. So I'm going to go ahead and start painting purple. I'm going to use quite a bit of water because I want a lighter purple, not too dark. And I'm going to try to take my time so I do my best work. Keep in mind that watercolor paints, they do like to spread around. So if one color runs into another color, that's okay. That's just what watercolor paints do. All right, now I have my cat painted purple. I'm going to add some other colors to my cat. I think I'm going to add some pink for the nose. Oh, you know what? That pink is a little bit dark and I want to take some of that color off. So I'm going to hover over with my handy dandy paper towel and take up some of that paint because it got a little bit dark there. Then you can even go over an area if it starts to spread. You can blend that in a little bit. So there we go. Let me get some pink on this heart. My paintbrush is pretty big for this space. There we go. Let's see, what color do I want my color to be? Maybe blue. Color, I think that would be nice. I always like how blue and purple look together. And then I think I'm going to use green for the eyes, light green. And then I'm going to move down here to the bottom where my grass is, and then I'm going to paint my grass green as well. Alrighty, so now I have my cat painted and I have the grass painted. I'm going to go ahead and paint the background blue, this shade of blue right here. It's like a turquoise blue. I think I'd like that to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to add some more water to that. Spread that paint around. Remember, we want to spread the paint around. We don't want to go over and over the same spot, because what can happen is the paper can tear if you go over and over the same spot with your paintbrush. Alrighty, I'm finished applying watercolor paint to my design. I hope that you had a lot of fun with this project. If you did, please like and subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow. I will see you next time.